Right, hey guys, so now that your workout is done, it's always important to stretch. So we're gonna go through 3 leg stretches and 2 upper body stretches. I'm gonna do everything on the floor and Heather is going to do it in the chair. But if you have other versions of the same stretches, please feel free to do that. Make sure you're stretching to a point of pulling and not pain, and that you breathe through every stretch. We're gonna hold each stretch for about 30 seconds or 5 to 6 slow, deep breaths. So we'll start with a hamstring stretch. So take your left leg out in front of you. Tuck your right leg in beside. Your toes are up. Your knee is a little bit bent. You're gonna take a big breath in. Exhale, reach forward. Try to keep your chest up and long through the spine. Breathing nice and deep. After about 10 seconds, you might feel the muscle release, and then you could go a little deeper. If you can touch your toes, that's great, but it's not required for the stretch. I'd rather you stay tall with good posture. Keep breathing. How's that feel, Heather? Awesome. You might feel it in your calf, as well as your hamstring, and even your low back. And let's switch sides. Heel down, toes up. Pulling your toes to your shin, tuck the other leg in. Knee is soft, nice and tall, big breath. Exhale, lean forward. Bring your chest towards the legs, but not losing your posture. You might notice a difference from one side to the other. That's totally normal and perfectly okay. Keep breathing. And release. You're gonna keep that right leg extended. You're gonna take the left leg, we're gonna cross. Heather's gonna cross her ankle over her knee. So you're nice and tall. I want you to bring your spine tall and turn your belly button in towards your leg if you're on the floor. Then you're gonna hug your leg in. Heather is simply gonna lengthen her spine and then lean forward, bring her chest towards her shin. When you're on your chair, try to make sure your knee is over top of your ankle of the floor foot. And on the floor, make sure your toes are coming up. Now, if this is a good stretch, but you think you could get a little bit more on the floor, you can take that bottom leg and fold it under. So both legs are bent, but both sit bones are touching the floor. Keep breathing. Good work. How's that feel, Heather? Big glute stretch here. So good. We complain about that a lot, how tight the glutes are. And release, unravel, give it a little shake. And change sides. So now your left leg is extended, your right leg's coming across. Heather's crossed her ankle over her knee, and she's gonna extend her spine.
I might lean forward.
And maybe lean forward. If you're on the floor, your spine is tall, turn your belly into the thigh, hug the leg in, toes are up, knee is over ankle. If you can fold that other leg in. Again, pull not pain, so if it's painful, back off the stretch. Keep breathing, nice, deep, slow breaths. Think about your posture, keep your spine tall. And release. We're gonna go to a hip flexor quad stretch. So you're gonna put both feet onto the right side of your body. All right, Heather's gonna have one cheek on the chair, one cheek off. She's going to squeeze her right butt cheek and push her hip forward to feel the stretch through that front hip. If you're on the floor, your feet are going to the right side. You're gonna lean over onto the left forearm, roll back so the belly button goes up to the ceiling. Squeeze that right butt cheek and push the hip forward. Breathe. You're gonna get a big stretch to that front thigh. If you need to have more intensity in the stretch, separate your legs a little bit more or squeeze your glute a little tighter. Breathe. Nice work, guys. Couple more breaths here. Great work, and release. You're just gonna turn around, flip to the other side. So again, leg is back on the chair version, one cheek on, one cheek off. Squeeze that left glute this time, pushing the hip forward. If you're on the floor, you're laying on the right forearm, belly button to the ceiling, squeeze the left glute, push the hip up, and breathe. How does that feel today, Heather?
This is good.
It's a good stretch?
Yeah.
Need to do this all the time, not just after a workout. Try to incorporate these stretches into your everyday life. A couple times a day, you'll be better for it.
And now you have the time to do them.
This is true.
No excuses.
No excuses. And release. You're going to sit nice and tall. Just going to be on the edge of the seat or sitting cross-legged, one or both legs extended. Going to take the hands to the low back. Spread your fingers out. Roll your shoulders back. Push your chest out. Draw your belly button in and your shoulders down and away from your ears. Just getting an opening up across the chest. This is also another great stretch to do all the time, especially with our lives being on computers and in front of us 9 times out of 10. So we need to open up through this chest area to help improve our posture. Keep breathing. And release. Wrap your hands around one another. You're going to reach the arms up, draw the shoulders down, pull the belly in, extend to the spine, creating some space between the ears and the shoulders. Keep breathing. And inhale, reach up, exhale, and you are done. Great work, guys. Awesome job. Thanks, Heather. And we'll see you next time. Air high five.